Alright, let's get inspired by an art movement and turn it into a tile animation. In this After Effects tutorial, it's Baroque. Hey everyone, my name is Manuel. Just a quick reminder, you need to get inspiration outside of the motion graphics bubble to create truly unique stuff. I know, but it's true. The Baroque is a style of architecture, music, dance, painting, sculpture, poetry and other arts that flourished in Europe from the early 17th century until the 1740s. It's still all around today, especially the churches. Lots of gold and ornaments everywhere, meant to overwhelm you and make you feel small. The paintings are full of contrast, light and darkness, lots of detail. They used intense and warm colors, especially the primary colors red, blue and yellow. The pictures are full of movement and drama. Summarized, more is more, drama, red, blue and yellow, lots of contrast. And hey, they had great hair. So let's use these key characteristics, except the hair, to create a tile animation. Important to mention is probably, we don't want to just replicate the Baroque style. We want to create our own modern interpretation of it. And now, let's get started with a dramatic background. We add a new solid, name it Background Gradient. Then let's use the Effects and Presets window to add a gradient ramp. The start color, purple. The end color, a dark orange. So let's say this is red and blue, like the primary colors they used. We move the start down, the end up to the top. And let's add some ramp scatter. Next, we add Posterize, which reduces the number of colors. Set level to 50. This is like deliberate color banding. We displace that with the turbulent displace effect. Amount around 150. Size around 130. Complexity 10. We duplicate the effect, reduce the amount to 10. Complexity to 6. And we have our first background layer. We add a new layer, name it Background Blue. Color doesn't matter, because we add fractal noise for another texture layer. Contrast 380. Brightness, we reduce it slightly to -5. In Transform, we set Scale to 1900, Complexity to 3. Then we add Turbulent Displace again, to mess the texture up. Amount 250. Size 40, complexity 10. Next we add Tritone to add some color. We change the midtones into a bright blue. The shadows into a dark purple. And we set the blending mode of the layer to multiply, so that the layer below shines through. We duplicate the layer to add one more layer of details. More is more. We set contrast and fractal noise to 550. Scale it up to 2600. Then in evolution options we change the random seed, let's say to 80. Then we reduce the opacity slightly to 75%. Awesome! If you want the background to move, add an expression to all the evolution properties of the turbulent displace effects and add time asterisk 50. The number increases by 50 degrees per second. That's our background. Very dramatic, I think, like a stormy sky. Next, let's add our text. I use Tangier Black, which I found on Adobe fonts. It's kind of playful, but not too much. So I tone it down font-wise, I guess. Size 375 pixels, tracking 20. And the color black. Before we move on, let's check out an amazing animation course by Domestika. Learn how to create expressive typography in motion with After Effects. Design letter forms in Illustrator and animate them in After Effects. Start with research and references, color, then design a lettered phrase in Illustrator. In After Effects, animate it using kinetic typography. I've added the link to this course and all animation courses to the description. Use the code MANUEL10 for an extra 10% off. Alright, let's take care of our title. First, we create some reflections on the edges. Therefore, we duplicate the text layer and switch stroke and fill here in the character window. Color a very bright rose. Stroke width 2 pixels. Then we add roughen edges to cut out parts of the strokes. Border 2,6, scale around 200. Complexity 1. Let's animate the evolution. We add an expression and add time asterisk 100. And we got some very dramatic glowing edges. Next we need reflections on the text fill. We select the bottom text layer, then add a new solid, which is by default added above the selected layer. We name it Reflection. Then we add the turbulent noise effect. Fractal noise would work as well. They are basically the same. We increase the contrast to around 240. In Transform, we set scale to 300, complexity to 1. And then, like before, let's animate the evolution with an expression. Time asterisk 50. Alright. Next, let's add some color. We use tritone for that. Highlights, a bright yellow. Midtones, a dark rose, I would call it. Shadows, black. We only want the reflection on the text, so we add the set matte effect to cut it out. And we take the track matte from the text layer below. Awesome. Although I think I want to brighten the edge reflections a little bit. Finally, we set the blending mode of the layer to add. Because there's one more reflection layer underneath. We add a light edge. We select the text layer again to add a new solid directly above it. We name it Edge. We add a gradient ramp this time. Leave the colors, but move the start point to X 960, Y 600 pixels. Then we open the effects property in the timeline and link the end of ramp to the start of ramp. To get a horizontal edge, we need to move the end of ramp down. So we open the expressions field and add plus and add an array. Square brackets, 0 pixels for the X value, comma, -2 pixels for the Y value, which creates this sharp edge. Again, we want the edge to be visible only on the text fill. So we add a set matte effect and take the matte from the text layer again. Then we grab the rectangle tool and add a mask around the edge. And add a mask feather of around 65 pixels. Let's move the upper edge further down so that it looks more like a light streak in the middle. Finally, we reduce the opacity of the layer to around 50%. You could slightly animate the start of ramp with 2 keyframes. And move the mask along with 2 mask path keyframes. And now the real work begins. We select the top 4 layers and recompose them. Let's reveal the text letter by letter, like a handwriting effect. With no layer selected, we grab the pen tool. White stroke, let's increase the width, no fill. And roughly cover all the letters, with paths. Already thinking about how we reveal them. So in case of the A, it'll be the left part first, then the right part. And we only want to cover the actual letter, not the R next to it. So we use the taper settings to narrow the end. We use one shape layer for all the paths, so we should name them. That was fun. We use the shape layer as Luma Matte for our text. Then we need to animate the path. Therefore, we add trim paths directly to the first shape. And animate the start or end point. We quickly slow down the beginning and end of the animation using the graph editor. Then we copy the 2 keyframes, which copies the animator as well, and paste them to all the other shapes, already offsetting the time. So you get a rough idea already. We need to adjust the timing by moving keyframes. Fine-tune the shapes. Crossing lines are a challenge. We need to use masks to adjust the shape of the paths. Then remove them again at the right time. Download the free project file to see how I created the line, and check out all the other links in the description as well. On the left side, I've added some videos you might like. Subscribe to my channel on the right side and hit the bell, cause you don't wanna miss my next video. Thanks for watching this one, see you in the next one. Bye guys!